All right. Um, we talked about it in the last interview, Damon Thomas. From what I heard, and maybe you can shed more light on this, is that the tape with Ray J and Kim Kardashian wasn't the first tape. That there was another tape before that. Can you speak on that?
Hey, you trying to get me to go to jail? You trying to get the Jewish community mad at me? No. Whew, okay. You ask it, so I'll tell it. No. Ray J tape, Ray J lying about I hit it first. And the tape and all that. Now, Damon Thomas was the first one that really had her. It was somebody else before her. I forget who it was. It was somebody else famous before her. But Damon Thomas had her when she was, I'll just say young, a teenager. Let me say that. But yeah, man. I'll tell y'all of an episode. I want one of y'all major researchers to go and research. Well, let me tell y'all what happened first, and then I'll go into that story. Just to validate what I have to say to you guys. Because everybody likes to say, Reggie always lying, Reggie lying, Reggie lying. Okay. So, Damon Thomas was having a problem getting a divorce from Kim once he found out she was cheating on him and all of that stuff. And so he was sick, crying and all of that. And so what this nigga Damon Thomas did was, because I'm staying on your head, Damon, because I hear you been talking a little shit mad about the last little interview when I just tapped at you. I didn't go in on you. I just tapped at you, calling a mutual friend and stuff. So I'm going to expose you a little bit more. Save a little bit for your next crying and whining. I'm going to keep on your head, Damon. You're going to go back to your little shell, you bisexual motherfucker. But this is what happened to you, Damon. Well, this is what Damon bitch ass did. Damon couldn't get a divorce from Kim. She wanted like $2-3 million and some of his publishing and all of that. And he was going sick. He was mad. You know, he was hot. We're talking about like 2003, 2004. And Kim was like, no. So she haven't really blew up yet. Haven't made the bag yet. Still, I think, working with Paris, working for Paris Hilton and all that. And so, but Damon Thomas had this tape of her, a sex tape of her with one of her sisters and him. And so he calls Robert Kardashian, who was still alive at the time. I was like, Kim won't give me a divorce, this, and this. I don't put this tape out there. And Robert's like, what? I don't put this tape out there. Might be child pornography, huh? Okay. But anyway, she goes, and he goes, no, Damon, let's work this out. I said, well, Robert, you better make Kim, sign this agreement. He alluded to that agreement. On Vlad, he was talking about how she wanted $2 or $3 million, and then it eventually got worked out. Y'all look at the divorce decree. I bet you wasn't much that Damon gave her or ever had to give Kim because Rob Kardashian stepped in because Damon held a tape over their head. Okay, Reggie lying. He telling these lies and all this. Okay, y'all. Now here goes my evidence. Bob Murray is the people that put out Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Probably about season 2 or something like that. There's an episode where Kim is crying and going crazy and crying. And it's like this guy and this stuff is coming back haunting me and all of that. And Chris was like, I'll handle it, don't take care of it. We're going to call Bobby. We're going to get Bobby on it. Bobby going to take care of it. He's talking about Robert Shapiro, Bobby Shapiro, the big-time attorney. And later on in the show, she tell him, Bobby got it taken care of. Bobby had the FBI. They raided the house, and they got, I forget what she said, so I don't want to say it, because I know what, speaking on no Kardashians and all them, they like to take people to court like they did my girl Black China, who my wife kind of agrees with Rob and them, and say the Black China, she wrong for what she did. So I don't know. I don't follow stuff like that. But, and so I got to be careful with how I say it. But y'all look at that episode on the Kardashians, and that's what they're talking about, was that tape. And that sex tape try to surface back up even after Damon had made a deal with her. I don't know whose side it was on. I don't know if it was some people that Damon's side that still had the tape, or if I don't know if it was people with that Robert Kardashian may have left the tape with, because y'all know Chris and Robert was no longer together, and they didn't have a relationship like that anymore. But Bobby Shapiro is the one that made Kim feel comfortable on that episode of the Kardashian. They could have just brought it up for some hype, trying to throw it out there to get the story out there. Because y'all know how the Kardashians is. I don't know. Kim appeared very, very upset behind it on that episode of the show. And Chris came back and said, Bobby Shapiro, not Robert, not the daddy, because he wasn't with us anymore. But the Bobby Shapiro made it go away, accompanied by the FBI. Look it up. Maybe one of y'all remember it. Y'all know I love the Kardashians, so I think Kim was the finest girl around, other than any black girls, and my wife. Yeah, and I love Coley, because Coley just got the best personality. Love her, the way she does her personality. So, but yeah, that's one thing that Damon bitch ass did. The second thing why I really can't stand the bitch ass nigga is, man. So we had some dealings with him. He kind of talked about it, where I always told y'all I made him sign over Jay Valentine's and 10 songs and all of that on this contract. That's where I got to know Ron Newt, Jay Valentine's dad. Man, that's a good dude. Ron Newt, rest in peace, Ron. And Jay Valentine, good dude, good young kid. He should have been a star. Did a lot of writing for Damon Thomas, helped him out to get his career going. But anyway, so we wanted Jay Valentine, and we eventually got him and all of that. And so we would let Damon out his deal, because we did some rights and did some things with him. And we got the things worked out, right? But now Suge was like, Babyface was supposed to do another song for Michelet or something like that. And Suge didn't want that. He needed money then. This like in 2007. Right now, probably about 2008, 2009. And so Suge pushing up on Kenny now. Like, Kenny, nah, I just want the money. I need some money. Woo, woo, woo. You know, he's in the bankruptcy and all of that. And so Kenny, you know, because Kenny is cool. Kenny and L.A. Reid are cool. And Kenny said, "Now, okay, let's meet up. Let's talk about it." Not knowing, well, this is what I found out, but we not knowing, so we meet at the Four Seasons Hotel in Beverly Hills. And we there meeting with Kenny, myself, Suge, and Damon. So they up there talking, and they talking weird, right? And I'm listening to these niggas and all this. So I'm telling Suge, man, be cool, man, be cool. And they talking real weird, asking crazy questions and stuff. Guess what? Some people on that task force, the gray cable symbol, got us wired for sound, got them wired for sound, Damon and Babyface, and they sitting 2 tables away. Didn't know I knew about that, huh, Damon? That's why I've been on your bitch ass nigga head. Because you brought the police trying to get me and Suge indicted on some extortion cases with you and Babyface until they heard the real. Those cops heard the real. It was like, oh, now y'all owe them. Even Kenny was like, oh, Damon, man, you foul. Kenny called us the next day, cut a check. But Suge was mad because he's still mad. So he called up L.A. Reid, who was running Def Jam at this time. Tell him, man, your boy Kenny got to move out of L.A. He's like, L.A. Reid, like, what? What? How much do he owe you? What do you want? Suge said, $200,000. A check from Def Jam came for $200,000 to my house the next day. So yeah, Damon. You still a bitch ass nigga for trying to set niggas up. Never told that story. But you heard it now. You know it to be true. You's a bitch ass nigga, Damon. I'm gonna stay on your head. I'm gonna tell the Del Dog and I'm gonna tell some more stories next. So keep running your mouth, Damon. You better just be saying, thank you, Reggie, every time I hear something coming out of you. I have nothing but respect for you, Reggie.